Hello, good evening everybody. It's Wednesday evening and that means that we have another Nail Talk Live e-workshop for you. And before we get going in just a little bit, of course I have to welcome everybody that tunes in. Besides the e-workshop, which is about the manicuring service, I also have the 3 winners of Deborah's challenge of 2 weeks ago with the fiber coat color boom nails. So 3 winners from different countries and no winner from the Netherlands, and they're waiting here in my notes for me to congratulate and to make known to everybody. Also, besides the main demo today, we have 2 additional demos, one done by Jessica Padberg and the other done by Sylvana Huibert, and both are doing manly nail art, because the main topic today is the nails of the men in our lives. We often focus on the women in our lives, the women clients, the women nails, but also our husbands, our boyfriends, people in managing positions. Men in general also need to be well groomed and take care of their nails. Most often they do this themselves, but more often they also visit the nail studios to have their nails done. Well, my guest of this evening has a very interesting story for you, and she's waiting and she's anxious to tell all of you. But before we do that, we get started. Of course, last weekend we had discount days, magnetic worldwide discount days, not only in the Netherlands but worldwide. And I saw a lot of our distributors doing really exceptional things. I already was in contact with Sabine. She had a great weekend. We, of course, had a great weekend here in Holland. But between my job on the floor in the shop of Magnetic Nail Design headquarters, I also was able to visit the Facebook pages of many of our distributors, and I saw amazing things coming by. I saw, for instance, Bianca Freigang, who did great demos the whole day long, using the new products in new ways. And I really enjoyed watching all of those short demos. I didn't have the time to join completely, but I want to applaud Bianca for everything she did online. But that goes for more distributors, of course. I saw Armina online from Armenia. I saw Italian posts. I saw many of you. I also saw Albina from Spain, and she had a great master pigment course in 2 or 3 days ago. So many of you really organize fun things for yourself and of course for your clients, and that made these worldwide magnetic days just an amazing feast on the socials but also in reality. Here in Holland I had the pleasure to welcome many clients, and as you know, we don't even only have our headquarters in Soesterberg, we have many distributors in Holland and also 2 of our very own shops. One of these shops is in Kaatsheuvel, and it's managed by José and Kelsey, and they did an awesome job with the coffee blushes. But the other shop is in the south of Holland, and that is managed by Chrisje together with Natalia Gritsenka. Well, tonight everybody knows Natalia, of course, from the e-workshop, but also if you are within the magnetic family, you know her as the trainer of trainers. Besides Natalia and Chrisje, they were supported also by 2 new magnetic trainers, Sanne, who did a great job, and of course Wendy, who did a great job. But I want to focus back to Chrisje, because Chrisje is my guest this evening. And Chrisje has been with the magnetic family now for, I think, about 8 months, probably. But let's ask her. Chrisje, when did you join Magnetic Nail Design?
Hi, good evening, everybody. Like Pepin said, my name is Chrisje, and I started working last year with Magnetic from the 1st of July. It was a real dream that came true. And I'm really lucky because I'm working together with Natalia. She was my trainer, she still is, of course, but she's now also my colleague. And the funny story is that the first training I did with Magnetic was the Combi Manicure. Natalia was my trainer, and my husband, my lovely husband, was my model for the exam. So tonight I will show you all where it all started with Magnetic. And I'm really excited. Also a bit nervous because it's my first time, but let's do it.
Yeah, but before we go to you, of course, I've seen Chrisje because Chrisje was a regular viewer of Nail Talk Live, and at a certain moment Deborah went weird for a class. And in that class, of course, she posted a lot of photos, and I saw Chrisje and I saw the other people, and I also saw your husband, Jan, in one of the photos, and I zoomed in, and I thought, who's that man? Why is he there? That's a nice man, and he has such nice nails. And his nails are actually the inspiration for this e-workshop tonight, because you took your husband to that first class.
Yes, he was my model for the exam. My original model she cancelled, and I had only one option, and that was my husband. And yeah, he was my model, and Natalia said, okay, he's a man, let's skip the gel polish part, because it was a long time ago, and then we were obligated to do gel polish. I said, no, we will do the gel polish. And ever since, he really loves the combi manicure, just like I do, and he also loves the black gel polish. And everybody is used to him wearing this black gel polish. They just know him with this black gel polish, and he loves it, and everybody else loves it.
And Gemma is already asking in the comments if you took your husband also with you today.
Yes, he's here with me. He's my model. So I will do the combi manicure and the gel polish on him. I will show it. It's like it all started. And the first time you saw Pepijn, my husband, was at the event. And then you saw his nails, and he said, does he wear black gel polish? And yes, he was wearing black gel polish.
No, I saw him in a photo
where
he was practicing during a class of Deborah. And that was before I actually met you, Chrisje.
Oh, yes, sorry. Yes. It was with Deborah, her workshop with 3D roses. Yes, you're right, Pepijn. Sorry.
I always check all the posts to see who is joining the magnetic family. But anyhow, so your husband had a different job. He's not into nails. He's not a nail tech. But so after that first combi manicuring course, he kept his nails.
Yes, he did. Ever since then, he really loves it. The combi manicure, of course, because ever since then he has really neat, clean hands with well-groomed cuticles, and the gel polish. And even though he's a man, he did a really tough job. He was certified, how do you say it?
He was certifying cranes in
Yes.
constructions, so really masculine profession in a man's world. And there he came with his black rock star nails.
Yeah, and first his colleagues were like, what is that? And then he said, okay, I was a model for my wife, but after a while they also got used to it. And sometimes when I didn't have the time to redo his nails and he didn't have this black gel polish, everybody say, hey, where is your black gel polish? And yeah, so it's a part of his style now.
And it really suits him. Your husband is now a tattoo artist, a different direction in his life, as you took a different direction as well. And tonight you're going to show us how you do the manicuring service. And of course, not in all countries in Europe, men's nails are done in nail studios. But we've done a couple of men's shows in Nail Talk Live in the Dutch version in the last couple of years. And we really saw a little bit of a change. The beginning of a change, but a little bit of a change. And mostly men that want to take care of their nails. Also a trend that started in London 5-6 years ago, that managers of big corporations also have manicurists coming in to take care of their nails, like my nails. And of course in professions like being a tattoo artist or, for instance, a rock star, because if you look at your husband, it could go either way. Nails, properly manicured nails, are a total thing. So, Chrisje, let's have a look at what we have to deal with today.
Yes, I will show you. So, okay, let's place them in the middle. So, tonight we're going to do 2 nails. One is just the pointy finger.
The index finger?
Yes, and the other one is the thumb. And I chose this one because it's a little bit special. Because he sawed in his thumb with the machine.
Oh, that's also very manly.
Yes, and he was doing wood. And now he's missing this bone, so he cannot bend his thumb. And you can also see here is a lot of scar tissue, really thin, and it's going a bit flat. So it's a little bit of special nail. So that's why I wanted to show you tonight that even with this kind of nails, with the special form, you can do perfectly fine, safely, a combi manicure.
Well, Natalia is saying in the comments that Chrisje, my partner in crime with a little heart. I get some compliments for you. For instance, from Milene, she says, you're doing an awesome job. It's really relaxed and very concise. Magnifique Esther says my husband has always been my model for the combi manicure, but he does not want any gel polish on his nails. And Ellen says that she's really happy to finally see you in person. So people are very happy that you're here and that you're finally in front of the camera. So there is old gel polish on here. How old is it?
It's about, I think, 4 or 5 weeks. We did it a while ago. Also practice, and meanwhile, for this show, of course, because it's my first time. And thank you, everybody, for supporting me. Still a bit nervous, but thank you very much. It's really lovely. So we did, you can see it on the nail, that it has quite a big outgrow.
Yeah.
But it's still in place. There's no lifting. It still looks really good. And then you see here some really strange color.
Yeah.
And that was an accident of my husband. He refilled some ink, and he did it without gloves. So now we have this nice blue ink on the nails.
So you're first going to file down the nails.
Yes.
Of course, because we have to do a fill also.
Yeah, tonight we're going to do a refill with the black gel polish. I will show you all. So first going to start filing. I'm not using the electric file to remove the old product because with my husband I used base and top, really thin layer, and then 2 really thin layers of black gel polish, and on top the matte top coat. So it's not necessary to use the e-file. You can do it if you like, but I prefer removing the old product with the hand file. It goes really fast. I can also already blend the artificial product with the natural nail, and I can also make the natural, remove the grease and fats and everything.
The shine of the natural nail.
Yes, the shine of the natural nail. So with the hand file, I could do all steps in one.
Okay, so 180 grit.
180 grit, it's perfect. And it's also good for the natural nail if you use it really, really softly, don't press, but that's the key with the hand file. Okay, let's get started. First, I'm gonna start left. So really soft, don't press. I'm gonna start in the corner and I'm gonna move to the middle. I'm left-handed, as you can see. So really gently. You can also blend immediately the product. I'm gonna remove all the black gel polish.
Yeah.
Even though I'm gonna do again the black gel polish, I still wanna see what's underneath. If there is air, if there's something strange going on, I wanna know before I do new product.
Henriette is also tuning in and she's a little bit late, but of course you're a little bit late, Henriette. You are partying for the last couple of days. Congratulations with winning the Nordic Championship, I believe the name is. Congratulations, so deserved. You are simply the best. Great, great work. Congratulations once more. And I see here that Gerry says your English is perfect, Chrisje.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. So we already arrived at the middle and you see it's really fast.
Yeah,
with
it's
the
already
hand file.
off.
Yes, I'm going to remove the dust. And now I have my special technique. I'm going to switch hands.
Yeah, because what people at home don't know, that you are two-handed.
Yes.
You do filing with 2 hands. That's very peculiar.
Yes. When I have a class, I teach my students, of course, with my left hand. I show them all the correct steps. But I'm doing now the show like I will do it at home in my salon. So now I'm switching hands. And I will do the same. Start from the corner, go up, and remove all the product.
And is there a product beneath the black on top of the natural nail plate as a buffer product?
There is a little thin layer, just to smooth the natural nail with the base and top. Don't put the black gel polish straight on the natural nail, because then if you want to remove it, then you will maybe damage the natural nail. Always use some kind of base. It can be really thin under the natural nail.
So this is the natural nail with a thin coat of base and top gel polish gel, which is the thinnest base gel that we have. It has 2 uses as a base gel and the top gel, and then the color on top. This means that the base and top works as a barrier between the filing of the black and the natural nail, maintaining the integrity of the natural nail. Speaking of the integrity of the natural nail unit, later today we also have a new Derma talk for you, where Wendy talks about the half moon on the natural nail, or in other words, the lunula. But that just a little bit later. Let's go back to see how far you are, because this is really going fast.
Yes, this is really
It's gone.
It's gone. And when I'm done, I'm always checking. I remove the dust, and then I'm checking if there are shiny parts on the natural nail. So then I really go gently. If there was a little bit of air, really small, and then it's done already.
People are really envious of the fact that you can file with both hands. And the question is, can you also write with both hands?
I can write with my right hand, but it's not as steady as my left hand. But I can do it if it would be necessary. But yeah, most of the things like cutting, peeling a potato and everything, I will do with both hands. But with writing, you always go to your natural hand.
And could one also, instead of base and top, use, for instance, a rubber base as a base product?
Yeah, of course, because rubber base has a really good cohesion, but then really keep it thin. With men, you don't need strength, you don't need to make an apex, but if you use the rubber base with your pencil and you really rub it in the natural nail, it also is a great product to use, of course.
Yeah, of course, instead of pencil, you meant brush.
Sorry.
You use your brush. Yeah, that's a common mistake if we talk, if English is not our first language. No problem, Chrisje. Aleid is saying in the comments, yes, my client is out of the door and I can watch and look at Chrisje and of course also at me, and I'm happy that you're there, Aleid. So.
Okay, let's go to the special thumb. We're going to start the same. The thumb is not sensitive on the nail. It's a little bit a strange shape.
Yeah, here we see also on the side shot that the thumb is indeed a little bit strange.
Yes. Afterwards, I will show you the other hand with the thumb, and then you can really see the difference. Also, I know, because my husband, I did his nails many times, that here there's a part that goes a little bit deeper. This part goes a little bit higher.
Yeah.
And you can see here that this is skin and this is sensitive. You can see also here we didn't do anything. It's a little bit of red because it's scar tissue.
Yeah.
So really be careful with that. But you can place the product on it with, there's no problem with that. There's no wounds, everything is healed. And
Trevor is asking something in the comments because he says, I really find it difficult to see whether I'm filing in the base product or in the natural nail. And sometimes he mistakenly overfiles the natural nail due to this. I had the same problem in the past. I was always afraid to overfile the natural nail because I also worked with a clear product. You can see this, Trevor, by spraying a little bit of prep and wipe on the nail during filing. So remove the dust and spray a little bit of prep and wipe, because the natural nail will dry differently than the artificial product. And then you will see clearly whether or not there's still artificial product left that you perhaps should file away or that you can keep in its place. So use a little bit of prep and wipe. If you don't have prep and wipe, you could also use a little bit of acetone. Okay, so.
I will continue. So here I'm already blending the product, artificial product, with the natural nail, but really be careful on the natural nail, preventing the overfiling, like Trevor is saying.
And you're still filing with the 180 grit file. You're not going to a softer file because you're closer to the natural nail.
In this case, no, because you only have to touch it. You don't have to file the natural nail. You just slide over it, really soft. Don't press, never press on your file. Let your file do the work, and then it is safe. But if you feel more comfortable to choose a file, if you are a beginner, that is softer for the natural nail, do it. Then you're sure that you don't damage the natural nail. But if you're more experienced and you know what you're doing, then you can just go on with the 180 grit file. It's no problem. You don't do the damage to natural nail, but be careful.
Yeah, you always have to make sure that you have a clear overview of the surface that you're filing. So make sure that you remove the dust during the filing steps so that you see exactly what you're doing. Also that you can check whether or not the base layer perhaps has a little bit of lifting, which is actually not the case with the nails of your husband.
No, he has almost no lifting. Because base on top really stays on his nails really well. Because also I do the combi manicure, so I really prep the natural nail properly. and then the product is, the chance of staying is better.
And Ellen says in the comments, play the violin, says, or she quotes Milene. Which base did you use? Brush-on layer of rubber base or just the base and top, Natasha is asking. Well, Natasha, that was just the base and top because the nails of the husband of Chrisje don't need extra volume or extra mass. It's just a thin protective layer of the natural nail to protect it against the pigments of the colored gel polish. So just base and top is thin enough. You could also do a very thin layer of a rubber base. And some men have very flat nails. Then, of course, you could add a little bit of volume with a more viscous product. But in this instance, that's not necessary because Jan already has a nice curvature.
Yes, and also, it's not only about having flat nails, or sometimes you see that nails have a little bit, mostly with older people, have a little bit of ribbons in it. And then you can also use rubber base or some more thicker product to smooth the nail surface.
Yeah, if there are ridges in the natural nail, you can use a thicker product to smooth the surface of the nail.
Yes. But
good tip, because of course we don't want to file those ridges out of the natural nail because that could lead to overfiling.
yes, and then the rubber base is really perfect because with your brush you can really rub it in and then you can smooth out this nail surface. So then the base and top is maybe a little bit too thin. You can also do 2 layers of base and top if base and top is your favorite product for your client, if it stays really well. But really look at the natural nail and choose your product that suits the natural nail.
I also love base and top. Just as one coat on my natural nails, it gives shine, it protects them a little bit, and it really grooms my natural nails. Stephanie van Maurik is also saying hello, Chrisje, because she wanted to see you. So hello from Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie. Stephanie is one of our, like Ledet, our regular clients in Weert, and we have great times together. So thank you for watching. Okay. Now we're going to the next step. So we removed the old product. Everything is clean. You can see here the blue now really clearly. It's not gel polish. It's the blue inked. You can also see it on the thumb here.
Yeah.
That's going to be a little bit of a challenge because here is not nail, it's more skin. Yeah, nail is, so we're going to try to remove it with the bits of the combi manicure, but it's a little bit of an extra challenge today.
Yeah, so this is the moment that you start to go into the combi manicuring?
Yes.
Okay, so before we do that, Chrisje, I have to go through the homework. Because, of course, this week you are also asked to create your homework for this e-workshop. Let's have a look at the homework slide. Perform a manicure on 5 nails and capture a beautiful before and after photo. Finished, preferably with gel polish. Make sure your photo is suitable for posting on social media. So it has to be social media worthy. So I'll repeat, 5 nails with a manicuring surface, a before and an after photo, finished with gel polish, and the photo that you create has to be Insta worthy. If you do that, if you want to participate, you will have 2 weeks to complete your homework. That means that the deadline is on the 24th of April on 11 o'clock in the morning. Upload your homework using the link that you can find in the album Manicuring or Manicure. If anything needs improvement, Jessica will contact you and you will get another chance to participate. Do not forget to submit your step-by-step photos, but no more than 4 photos and 1 final photo showing all of your homework. If you do this, you will receive your e-certificate that you proudly can hang on your wall to show everybody that you are able to do the nails of their man, which is a whole new target audience, a whole different target audience than the target audience you're already reaching. 3 of you have a chance to win this amazing prize compiled by Chrisje, the coffee mug, the magnetic coffee mug, intense cuticle cream, because men cuticles need more hydration, 2 combi manicuring bits, the base and top gel, the extreme matte top gel, and the cuticle sticks or the orange wood sticks with 1 pointed side and a slanted side that you use during the combi manicuring surface. So, Your homework, 5 nails, it's doable. Ask your husband, ask your boyfriend, ask your son if they could be model for you because you want to participate in this interactive online e-workshop. I will have a look at the different comments. And a cool assignment, Cindy says, when a man bites on his nails, what do you prefer in types of product, Chrisje? So if a man is a nail biter, what kind of product would you advise?
The same, I think, in this case. Yeah, you know, it's man hands. You don't extend the nail, even though they're biting the nail. So just protect the natural nail by doing base on top, rubber base. Just look at the natural nail and see what suits this nail. It's just your personal preference.
And of course, if anybody wants to stop biting nails, they have to simply stop biting nails. Anywho, that's a whole different e-workshop for another time. Tonight we will have some extra content for you. And one of the extra content pieces is a part from an older Nail Talk live show. And in this show, men's nails were the main star attraction. And Jessica takes us into a man and he wants to say something with his nails. So enjoy this version of Jessica and enjoy men's nail art.
With the flower brush, flat, it's the straight brush. I make a diagonal line. And to get into the corner here, I continue with Jessica's choice. I also intentionally do it on this side of the nail because this is the right hand. Just the support on the finger to make that straight line. Really, first letter I'm also going to do with liner gel black, the H. Take a look. First stroke, it will be about this wide. And then the second one, and now I'm grabbing more product. And what I actually want now are a little bit of those paint stripes. So playing a little bit with the tip of your brush. I do the same thing with the other bar. Liner gel stays nicely in place. So I can immediately, the middle part of this H as well, I put it slightly above. And I draw those stripes through as well. Now I'm going to continue with white because I need to give the bottom of that H additional detail as well. So take a look. I'm now following the bars that I've already made on the black area that I put here. I do the same on this side. I roll excess product out of my brush. And again, make those strokes downward. They do have to be flush toward the top. This is very important. Final step, I want to give additional definition to the black, so a few more strokes over the white. Watch. I go back into the black and pull it very gently, a little bit over the white. And of course, I'm going to do on the other side. So I put the product on the black, and from that product, I draw gentle strokes with the tip of Jessica's choice. I placed a top over it. I chose the extremely matte top because I just think that's extra cool. Super cool if I say so myself. I have some samples, of course. What it would look like if you would do the complete hand would do. And it's a boy, so then this is okay. I think that's cool.
some of you already guessed, but this is an AI rendering of Jessica. It's not her real voice, but it really sounds like Jessica, perhaps without her bubbly personality. But this is just something we want to do to show you more variations during the International E-workshops, so that we have some more different types of content for you. So, let's continue with Chrisje, because Chrisje is already waiting for us, and now is the point that she needs to do the manicuring service, the traditional manicuring service, or the combi manicure.
Yes, I removed the dust with the prep and wipe because the prep and wipe also makes the skin a little bit more dry, and for the combi manicure and the the bits, it's really necessary that the skin is not wet, that it's dry. So I did already now the prep and wipe, so the process of the drying is already started. But first, we're going to separate the skin from the natural nail with this wood stick. If you see, we're going to find a little space where we can start with this wood stick. Don't use the point, use the slanted side. And here I find a little pocket where I can start. So then I gently roll the wood stick up. Don't push, don't do like this, like playing dart. No, it's just to make some room for the bits, for the next steps to go in here. So separate, really gentle.
And you're actually rolling it upward.
Yes, you roll it up. Don't push, then it will hurt. Also with the combi manicure, and especially if you have a new client, always stay connected with your client. Always ask, are you okay? Are you feeling well? Is it painful? Because then the client needs to say it, and then you have to stop and try something else. Don't forget the side walls. You also have to open the side walls gently. And then with the combi manicure, you always can check if the skin is enough separate from the natural nail by really look into the cuticle. Then you can see, maybe I can show it on the camera.
Yeah,
I'm
if
not sure.
Jan turns his hand around,
Okay.
and then you can find the middle.
Yeah.
And there you can have a look into the nail.
Yeah. So here has to be, a little bit of room. It has to be open.
Point your nail a little bit towards yourself, Jan. And now you can see back. Here you can see that you can look just 0.5 millimeter further downward or underneath the proximal nail fold.
Yes. So that's the first step. And if you want to check, if you want to make sure that everything is loose, that it's separated, you can take your cuticle pusher, and if you can go with your cuticle pusher like this, really smoothly underneath the proximal nail fold, then the cuticle, I will do it again. Wait, I'm left-handed, so my hand is in the way, like this. Now you can see I can go
Slides
underneath.
evenly, smoothly.
Yeah. Don't push, please, because then you will damage the skin. And then when you can do this, then you know you're good, then everything is prepared. We're gonna also do it on the thumb.
Yeah, and while you start on the thumb, or at least first show us where the little starting point is.
Yeah. So in this thumb, you see here, where I told you before, it is a bit sensitive and with the scar tissue. So I know with my husband here, there is some room. So that's perfect place to start. Then you turn gently. Here it's a bit more tricky. And here we stop.
Yeah.
Don't go further. This looks like it's attached, but it's the end of his cuticle. But here you cannot go in between. Then you will hurt him. So here we're gonna stop. That's it. Check. Gently pull back the skin a bit with your thumb.
Mm-hmm.
Take the cuticle pusher. Check. Here is a little bit stuck, but we can not go any further. So this is for this thumb, perfect. If it was a normal thumb, you can go like this, but here it's a little bit special.
It's a trauma nail, so.
Yeah. And that's the first step. Then I do the combi manicure a little bit different, because in the course we will teach you the extended way with all the steps and all the bits, and then afterwards you can choose your own way, the way you want it. You also have to look at the client, what is necessary, which bits are good for this client. You really have to look to the skin and what you need. So normally in the course, we start with the prep bit. This is, this is the prep bit.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful bit, but if you look at my husband's nails and the cuticle, then it's not necessary to use that bit. If it's not necessary, don't use it. Even though you love this bit like I do, just don't use it. So with my husband, we're gonna start with the precision cuticle bit.
And why is it not necessary? Because you don't want to push it back with the prep bit? Why is it not necessary?
Because there's not much cuticle, there's not much dead skin. And if you look at the prep bit, you can see that it also has...
In the middle, please.
Yes, it also has grit on top.
Yeah.
And this grit will go against his cuticle and push it back, but it will also file immediately because it has grit. And then with his soft skin, you can damage the skin, in his case.
Okay, because he has very soft skin.
Yes.
I saw in the comments, but the comment went away, that Sam Verheyen is saying, "Hi, Mama and Papa." So I think he's your son, and he's saying hello from home.
Yes, and he really loves you, Pepijn, and he really wanted to be here today with me. He said, "Oh, Mom, you're going to Nail Talk Live, I want to join." But of course, he's staying home, and he's watching, and he really loves magnetic, just like I do, and we all do.
So we say from here also, hello, Sam, and we continue.
Okay, here. I'm going to use, like I said, at my first step, the cuticle bit. So I'm doing like the, how do you say it, the easy combi, because I'm skipping the prep bit, because in this case it's not necessary. And now I'm going to use the precision cuticle bit. We're going to put it in the file, and then you can feel the pressure, and then pull a little bit back and close.
Yeah.
And then we're going to start.
And what is the RPM that you want to use?
Now I'm going to use 10,000. My right side, as you can see, because I'm left-handed, it is a little bit more difficult. So I'm going to start with that. That gives me time when I change the rotation, then I can go really easy like this. But first, I'm going to move to the right. So put your electric file in reverse. It's a trick. Reverse right. Reverse right. Okay, let's start. Give your hand a resting point, so then you're steady. Pull back the skin gently with your thumb, so then you have room, and then you go in with the bit. Really gently, not on the natural nail. This is for the skin.
Cindy is saying that she loves the way that you're explaining your steps. It's flawless, Chrisje. And many people are also saying hello to Sam, of course. Like Stephanie, Linda, people that know Sam, Natalia, they are saying hello, Sam. Armina from Armenia is also translating in the comments for her clients that are joining Nail Talk Live as well. The same goes for Bianca. And this is also where you try to remove the ink.
Yes, I see now that the ink is coming in my bit, but I want to tell you something really important, because here, what we're using of this bit is not the point. Yeah, you can see now the color because it's spreading in the bit, but we're not using the point and we're not using the belly. We only use this little tiny piece in between. The point is too sharp, then you will damage the skin, and the belly is not necessary. And if you go in the side walls, please hold your bit parallel to the natural nail. Don't do it like this, because then you will damage your natural nail with the belly of the bit. So hold it parallel. And then gently go like this. And you can see the color is coming off.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's the bonus of today. And I'm also doing it a bit on purpose, because normally I don't touch the natural nail, but in this case I want this color off, of course. And then it's done, that's enough.
Okay.
I'm checking, like by looking in the proximal nail fold, and that's good enough. So then we go back. Now we go to the left side, and left is forward. Gonna change our rotation.
So reverse, right, left, forward.
Yes. It's a trick that Cerisa and Natalia taught me.
Royal Bless just tuned in and she says, hello Chrisje, here's your regular client. And hello everybody, it's so nice to see you.
How nice. Okay, now I said before that this is my difficult part, this is my more comfortable part, so now I'm going in a little bit more. Gently push the skin up.
Not using the very tip of the bit, but just the part underneath the tip.
Yes. Now we're going to the side wall and we're going to use this finger to pull away a bit of the skin, so then we have room for the bit. I'm touching now a bit the natural nail because also here is this nice blue.
Well, at least you know when there is blue, it is on top of the natural nail, so it's safe to file there.
Yes.
And some is saying in the comments that you're doing a great job, Mama.
So nice. What I'm forgetting, because my nerves, I always have this little brush on my pinky. I'm gonna take it, 1 second.
That's okay. To remove the dust while you are working, of course. So it hangs actually on your little finger.
Yes. I'm really used to it. I don't know why I took it. Because with the combi manicure, you want to see what you're doing. You want to see if you went far enough. So remove the dust, go to the sides. And then you can see, check. Here I want a little bit more of this blue away. It's a real challenge today. Thank you, husband. Okay. I'm gonna look really close. Using my belly now for removing not my real belly, this part, the small part.
Magnifique is saying in the comments that it's very good to watch this, to look at it, because it's so gently as it is supposed to be. And go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let the E-file do its work. The E-file, the bit is rotating, and the bit is going against the skin, and then he will file off the dead skin. Don't press, it's not necessary. If you feel it necessary to press, then you're using the wrong bit, or maybe your bit is already too old and you need to change for a new bit. Okay, this is done.
I have to say, Royal Bless says to me, Royal Bless is actually Rianne, because otherwise you wouldn't know. And she would like to thank you for the sweet service of the last weekend and the very nice little pastries.
Oh, you're welcome, no problem. Okay, let's now go to the thumb. The thumb I didn't do this side.
No, because of course that's trauma, so you don't want to overfile that.
No, that's why I didn't do it. So we're gonna start here in the corner.
And it's still in the reverse.
Yes.
In the reverse.
Because we're moving to the left.
Yeah.
Left is reverse. Really gentle. Pull back the skin a little bit so you have room. If you have problems here in the corner, you can change the position like this. Then you have this finger to pull away a bit the skin. Really gently let the bit do its work. And here I also it's not necessary to file because there's no
skin.
Yeah. And that's it. I'm gonna check into the nail if everything is clean, because sometimes with men or with women, doesn't matter, you have a little bit of that skin. Wendy told us some shows ago that there can also be a little bit of that skin on the nail plate. And this you can remove with this bit perfectly, because it's the red one and it's a really soft bit. So you can remove that skin here, you open it, but also you're touching slightly the natural nail like this, and then it removes this layer already. Okay.
And you don't do anything on that damaged trauma side of the thumb, because it's sensitive.
You mean this part
Yeah,
here?
Yeah.
No, we're going to do it with the polisher bit as the last step.
Okay, because
Because-
it's really on the surface and you don't want to go any deeper.
Yes, because here I cannot go in between, and that's why this cuticle bit is perfect, but there's nothing to go in between.
No.
But it's a little bit hard, it's a little scar tissue, and with the polisher bit, the red one, you will see a little bit later, it's really fine, it doesn't damage anything, and then it's smooth again. Because now I don't know if you see it on the camera, it has to focus.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can see here, it's a little thing that sticks
Yeah,
out
yeah,
a bit.
yeah.
And that we will smooth with this bit really gently. Because it's not a nail, it's hardened skin. And now it's the part that we're normally gonna cut. But we're not gonna show it on the screen, Pepijn, so I think if you give me a couple of seconds, because if you look at the nails, let's watch one more time, there's not much dead skin to cut.
Yeah.
And that's also what I want to tell you with the combi manicure. If you have new clients, you see that that there's a lot of times there's a lot of skin and that you can really cut. But after you do treatments many times, you will see that the combi manicure goes easier. Because first of all, you do the combi manicure. And second, you have to teach your clients that they need to really take care of their cuticles. So or all every night, or you can use this intense cuticle like in the price. It's really perfect for the cuticles. And then you will see really progress with your clients, and it takes you not so much as an effort as the first time. And also the first time you really have to learn the clients, you have to learn what their skin type is, how far you can go, where the sensitive points is. So the first time is always the hardest time, but afterwards it goes easier and easier.
Yeah, you have to get used to your client, the nails of your clients. And as Chrisje said, we are not going to show you how to cut the cuticle, because for that you have to go to a combi class, a combi manicuring class, where the trainer will teach you how to do that and also what the do's and don'ts are. That is not something that we want to promote in only an online educational situation. So I'm just taking over. In the month of April, we have more trainings, of course, for you ready to go. Next week, Jessica Padberg will come here and she's going to delve into the world of all of the different top gels. And she has an intense e-workshop with many examples of how you can use the top gels to create a specific effect. So next week it's all about tips and tricks, tips and tricks, tips and tricks. The week after, Silvana will come here, and that is April 24th. And Silvana, our original blush babe, will show you and me how to create the perfect photo for Facebook and Instagram. So the perfect social media photo for all of your marketing purposes. Of course, Jessica will come with the top gels, and that's because this month the magnetic top gels are on sale. They are the product of the month of April, and you will get a 20% discount even after the discount days. So the Supreme Finish is the absolute bestseller, but we have a beautiful extreme matte. And if you want to get to know all of the other top gels, make sure that you watch next week. While Chrisje is preparing for the next step, let's have a look at Dermatalk. Wendy Fink is going to take us into the natural nail unit.
Hi and welcome to Dermatalk. This time we're going to talk about the nail bed and the lunula. The lunula you probably already know. Of course, you also know the nail bed, but let's look at where the lunula is situated. We've talked about the matrix before, and the matrix is on the underside inside your finger, but some part of it you can also see. And this gives this tiny whitish moon shape on the base of your nail. This is the part of the matrix that you can see. This is the organ where nail plates are produced. And we call it the lunula because it looks like a half moon shape. But if you would remove the skin over here, you would see that it's a very large area where these nail cells are produced. Don't do that, just trust me on it that it does. Lunula you mostly have on the thumbs. Almost everyone has the lunula visible at the thumbs. Not all of us have the lunula visible at the pinky finger. If you do have a lunula visible at the pinky finger, you have one of the 7 beauty secrets, because especially when you also have 10 lunulas at your toenails. You have 20 visible lunulas. Then you have the one of the 7 beauty secrets. So go and check out on your own nails. Nothing wrong with the lunula does not tell you that there's something wrong. If it does show or if it doesn't show, it just needs to be there and it shows you the matrix. You can also feel when you push on the lunula, you can feel that the nail plate is a little bit softer over there, which makes perfectly sense because the nail matrix is over there, it's visible, and new nail plate cells are produced, and the new nail plate cells are really soft and still weak and need to get mature and need to get hardened. So always look out and be really careful when you work in the area where the lunula is, because you over there have the matrix very close at the nail plate and directly into your working space.
I have my telephone in my hand because I wanted to react to the comment of you, of course, Bliss Nails, or Bliss Nails, what was the Rianne, at least Royal Bliss, Bless, because you said that you sent me an Insta message. Well, all of you, if you want to reach me, it's better to reach out using Facebook Messenger than it is to send me a message on Insta, because I check my Facebook Messenger more often. But I answered you, Rianne. Thank you for thinking with us, and I'm envious of your nail studio, which is almost like a nail hole supply shop. But I will take it into the back of my mind. There's just a little complication which I wrote to you on Insta. So thank you, and thank you, Wendy, for all of your amazing information every time. I think we need to go back to Chrisje. A little bit later, I will have the winners for you of 2 weeks ago, the challenge by Deborah. But first, of course, we have to look at what Chrisje is going to do.
Okay, let's do the last step from the combi manicure, and that's the polisher bit.
Sam says that he loves you, Mama.
My son.
Sam is 9, huh? Your
Almost,
son is 9.
yes.
Almost 9.
Yeah. Okay, first one, this. I already wanted to skip to the thumb, but I'm forgetting this finger. So this, I'm not going to change the rotation of the bit. I'm just going to put it on reverse because I'm moving to the right, and I'm going to do it in one movement because this is just for polishing after cutting, and it makes the skin really soft and gives that Photoshop look. So we start here. It's really soft. You can also do a little bit of rough skin on the sides. Then you go in and you just polish really gently.
And you're not touching the natural nail.
No. Just polish it. So then it's really smooth. Then you turn, go to the other side, polish also here a bit. And that's done.
Oh, that's fast. It's a super fast combi manicuring service.
Yes. But it's also because I know my husband, his hands, of course. And that's also one thing you're going to see with your clients. Every time it goes smoother and better because you're practicing. That's the first step. And you really know your clients after a while. You know their skin, you know what to do. And as you can see with men, it's really nice to do combi manicure. Also with women, of course. But
yeah, but for men, it makes a big difference.
Yeah, if you could just... I needed to prepare this. I wanted to show you the first picture of my husband's nails, because now you think, oh, he has no cuticle, but the first time it was a real different story. There was a lot of cuticle. Maybe if I have the time, I will look up the photo and I will let you see. Then you really see the difference. And then you can also see that if you do the combi manicure regularly, after 3 to 4 weeks, it's getting better every time. It's going faster and easier. Okay. Now the combi manicure is done, like my version, the easy combi. And now we're going to start with the gel polishes. First, I'm going to remove the dust totally. I'm also going to spray a little bit of prep and wipe on my brush, like this. So then it's really clean.
Yeah, it looks so much better now. Yeah, of course, except the blue.
Except the blue yet.
But let's have a look at the index finger.
Yes, it happened last week, and I said to my husband, "Oh, really? We're going on Nail Talk Live, and now you have blue in your cuticles." And he said, "Yeah, I'm really sorry. It was an accident."
But
and
isn't that the case always with your husbands? Your husband always does perhaps the wrong thing at the right time or the right thing at the wrong time, but we love them anyhow.
Yes, I really love my husband, even with his blue cuticles. Okay, let's get started with the base and top. Like this. This is the base and top. Really shake it before you start.
And this is to mix the different ingredients. Make sure that you don't over mix it, as that can cause air bubbles, or it can cause the gel to get into the cap of your brush. And then it has to gently get out of it as well. So you shake, but you don't shake. You shake.
Yes. And I'm really sorry, Pepijn, because you always use bond as the first step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you forgot?
Yes.
Oh, I will give you bonds.
Sorry.
I know my
Because
studio.
I was thinking with this base and top, I was thinking, I'm forgetting something, and of course it's...
I wanted to ask you for it also, but I thought, well, let's see where it goes. Chrisje, hello?
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Again, first start with the bond. Also shake the bond really well. Because if you don't shake it and you get at the end of the bottle, when the bottle's almost empty, it will really be sticky. So shake it. Then bond. With this bond, please don't touch the cuticle. Only touch the natural nail. So don't put too much product on your brush, because then it will run in the cuticles.
And Magnifique is saying this is just how it goes in real life. Clients can spill ink on their fingers, yes. Or they spill, for instance, aqua colors on their fingers. It will never get off.
True. So here also gently. And now you can see here, there's a little gap here. The finger, the nail goes a little bit up here. But with the base and top, it will smooth it out. Okay, and now to the base and top. So, I'm going to place here, a little bit before the cuticle, my product by touching the brush on the nail and go up. Then you can see the product is getting loose off. This is a new bottle, so the product is staying on the natural nail. And then I'm going to push the product to the natural nail. So my product is in front of my brush. Gently. And now with this technique, it's creating a little bit of a bump near the cuticle. But we're going to pull it gently to the front of the nail. By holding your brush really flat and parallel to the natural nail, the hairs don't spread. If they spread, you're pushing too hard.
Yeah, there's a little bit lying in there at the cuticle line.
Sorry?
There's a little shimmer, I think, at the cuticle. But that's not important, because if it's just shimmer, it's flat, and we won't see it under the black. It's a hidden shimmer, because every man needs a little bit of glitter.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
Then the shimmer was on the brush, I think, because I took a new bottle of base and top just to prevent this, but maybe with the brush there was a little glitter.
That's possible.
Okay, now we have to cure. So you can see now it's spreading, it's self-leveling, it's really thin. We don't need apex or nothing.
Yeah.
So
And do we need to cure this now, flash cure?
yeah, we need to cure it a couple of seconds before I go to the thumb, because especially now we have the index finger and the thumb. You can go in. And then you're holding your hand like this, and then the product will run eventually.
Yeah, and just a couple of seconds is more than enough.
Yes.
You just want to freeze that product in place.
Yeah.
Be careful though, if you use a dark color gel polish, like the blackest black gel polish Chrisje is going to use, then you do not freeze this in the light, because it can rimple and it can undercure actually as a result of that. So with a dark color, at least 30 to 60 seconds continuously.
Okay. The thumb, same. Place the product, like Milena is saying, giving it a kiss.
Yeah,
Then,
Milena said also in the comments, a little kiss.
yes. Then push gently towards the cuticle. Then there is enough product for the whole nail, and then gently pull to the front. No pressure. Keep your brush parallel to the natural nail. Then, couple of seconds, I'm looking always that it's really smoothing with the thumb because of this little problem that we said before. And that's perfect. And now we do 30 seconds because we're gonna go to the next step, and the base and top needs to cure for 30 seconds. That's enough because it's a transparent product and it's really thin, so 30 seconds is enough.
Laurence is asking for the homework, can we also just do base and top without the gel polish? Because her husband probably says, I want to be your model, but I don't want to have the color.
Yeah, but you saw how fast the product was off, just with the hand file. It's really fun to do the gel polish, so maybe you can convince him. Try it at least.
Just convince him. Gil also says in my ear here, just convince him. I think all of us know how we have to convince our husbands to do something that we need them to do.
Yes, my husband did it also. He was not a fan, but you see now the result. He's walking around already more than 2 years with black gel polish. So maybe your husband will be surprised and he's gonna do it. Before I do the black gel polish, the base and top has a sticky layer.
Yeah.
But I want more control of my black gel polish because I really want it near the cuticle. So I remove the sticky layer before I start with this.
I also love to do that. Just remove the sticky layer with a dry nail wipe or with a little bit of prep and wipe.
Yeah.
The gel polish will still stick to the surface of the base and top,
Yeah.
but it won't bleed as much. It won't run as much. It stays more in its place. And especially with the very dark colors, I love to do that because that also helped me to make it super, super, super thin.
Yes. So be careful, the sticky layer, don't rub it in the skin. So always go towards you, then I will turn, and then I really go in to the cuticle. So make sure that it's all removed.
But
and
it's
go
also lovely like this. It's already, this is how I wear my nails. Just a thin coat of base and top. It's very flexible, it gives a beautiful shine, and it protects the nails. As a result, they also grow. But like Jan, I always make sure that I keep my nails short while they grow. So I use a file. He probably uses a nail nipper to do this. But make sure that you keep your nails short because otherwise you get all of a sudden long nails. Because base and top is really quite strong.
Yes, base and top, I really, really love base and top. It's a beautiful product. And also, base and top, I love to use it on my toenails. Because also toenails sometimes don't need strengthening. And base and top as a base layer, and even as a top layer, if you use dark colors on your toes, it's perfect. Okay, then the first layer of the Blackest Black gel polish. First, I'm gonna push back the cuticle a bit because you know that the cuticle always goes back and we really want to place the product as close to the cuticle as we can so that we don't see the outgrow as fast. And this now you can also do safely because we remove the sticky layer. So you don't have to worry that the sticky layer is going into the cuticle.
Yeah, and this prevents, of course, overexposure. Because overexposure, the first step to an allergy, is the result of exposing the skin to the artificial nail product. And we prevent this by removing the sticky layer properly.
Yes, that's why I said really go with the other side of the nail wipe, really go close to the cuticle. This is the reason, because with the cuticle pusher, otherwise you get the chance that the sticky layer goes in to the skin and then it will create problems. Okay, first layer of the black gel polish, really do it really thin. It doesn't need, as a first layer, full coverage, but you will see that the Blackest Black gel polish will do anyway. But the first layer is just the base layer and we go in really thin. We do it the same as the base and top. We place the product, we give it a kiss, and then we push the product in front of the brush really gently to the cuticle. Also use your thumb to pull back a little bit the skin, so then you have more room. And don't be afraid if you do it like this that it will not cure in the lamp, because people think, yeah, it's too close to the cuticle, will not cure, but it will. Like this. Then I go to the sides. Then I'm pulling here the product to the front. And now the nails have a little bit of length, but sometimes my husband makes them really short, and then here at the free edge I'm stuck. And then I do like this.
Yeah.
I push back a little bit of the skin, so then I have more room to place the gel polish really to the free edge. Now I'm done on this side, so I'm going to go to the other side. Now you can see here that we have this problem a bit.
Yeah, it's a perfect brush in the gel polish bottle.
Yes,
because it's rounded enough, oval enough for a proper application at the cuticle. It is just the right length to get the correct thickness of the product. Yeah, great.
It's perfect. Now I'm using my blush brush to go really close with the product to the cuticle and make sure that the first layer is perfect, because then the second layer will go faster, because gel is following gel. So if you spend a little bit more time on the first layer, you will win the time at the second layer. So
yeah,
now
and I have a comment of Catherine, and she says, my husband has always gel polish on his nails. It has been 2 years since the first time now, and we change the design every month. He loves to search for inspiration on Pinterest for his designs. Pink is his favorite color. Well, good for you, Catherine. That's cool.
love it, really love it. And you see that some men are really against it, but if they have it and they get used to it, they will fall in love with it. But my husband always wants black as black, so maybe I need to convince him to also change to pink or gray or something.
The ballroom black.
Yeah.
That beautiful, super dark black color with a blue sheen.
Yeah, we tried already Spellbook. It's
Yeah.
a nice gray color. And then he said, no, I really love this black and black as black.
Unfortunately, Stephanie has to go because it was a very busy day, but she says, Chrisje, you're doing an amazing job.
Thank you. Okay, this is close enough. And now go to the lamp. But like Pepijn already said, dark gel polish you really cannot flash cure. Then if you flash cure it for a couple of seconds and you take it out, you will see that the top is wrinkled and the inside is still wet. So don't flash cure any dark color. Dark red, black, don't do it. 1 minute. It really needs to go in the lamp 1 minute.
Of course, because now we're going to repeat this step a couple of times, because the base layer has to be applied on the thumb, then on the index and the thumb a second coat, and of course then a top gel. I first want to go now to the winners of Deborah's challenge of 2 weeks ago. Well, 2 weeks ago Deborah was here and she was an absolute star, and she did an amazing color boom, glitter boom fiber coat nail. And this was her challenge. So create 4 different ombre designs using various styles with inlay and glass gels. Use at least a fiber coat. We made it during the show because we started with 4, then it became 3, then perhaps 2, but we said use fiber coat. And create 4 different ombre designs. Well, of course, a lot of you actually did your homework and you uploaded it into the system. And the general feedback of Deborah is the following. A big thank you to everyone participating in my Fibercoat e-workshop. I know it wasn't that easy, but I saw many, many, many great designs. And we have 3 winners from all over the place. And about this first winner, Deborah says, what a clean and tight set. I really love how you work with the product on the real hand. Great blending of the fiber coat. The inlay really pops out. You did a great job. And this is about somebody from Armenia, Aida Grigorian. Aida Grigorian, congratulations. I see the nails, they're absolutely stunning. And you're from Armenia. Congratulations with your beautiful, beautiful, beautiful homework. Congratulations, Aida. The second person. I really loved how you played with the colors and added just a little extra detail. Great. And 2 hands and on tips. Amazing job. This is very nice for spring and summer. I love it. You did an awesome job from France, and that is Laurence Delalande. Laurence Delalande, congratulations with your amazing homework. You really did far more than you needed to. Congratulations, very well done, a winner from France. And then we traveled to the south of Europe, to Italy. And there is a winner, and she made homework, and Deborah says, what a beautiful mix of products. You've put on a lot of effort in making the colors and the inlay match with each other. Great for showing examples to your clients. Good job, congratulations, Ekaterina Brindea from Italy. Congratulations, Italy, with your amazing homework assignment. And congratulations to all of you. So that means, once more, congratulations to Aida from Armenia, to Laurence from France, and Ekaterina from Italy. Congratulations with your amazing homework assignments. And your prizes will come to you, and that's this one. 2 fiber coats, a bottle of Supreme Finish, the ombre gel brush, a pigment, and a crushed metal glitter kit. Congratulations, all of you. The kits will be sent later this week to your homes. And I want to thank you again for participating in Nail Talk Live, in the e-workshop, because of you, this is why we do what we do. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and good luck with this assignment. Let's go back to Chrisje. Chrisje, how far along are you?
I did already now the thumb, the first layer, and I'm about to show you in a couple of seconds the second layer of the gel polish. And then you will see it goes really easy because we spent a little bit more time on the first layer. We made a perfect base, and then the second layer goes really fast. So I will show you. We just need, yes, it's out. Thank you. So here's the first layer. You see already with the black is black that it's, even though it's really thin, that it's really covering. It has a lot of pigments, called black is black, of course. So, place the product, go up. The same. I always do the same steps. You need to find your routine, because routine makes everything faster. And then go to the free edge, to the other side, gently. Make sure that everything is smooth, because we're going to use matte top coat, and with matte top coat you cannot afford to make mistakes. If you have a bump or something in your gel polish, you will see with the matte top coat. So it's really important that the black gel polish is really smooth on the nail and covering everything. So this has to go, this is the second layer, has to go in the lamp again.
And of course for 1 minute again.
For 1 minute again, because it really needs to be cured properly. Not flash cured.
And that gives us the perfect break to go to Silvana, and she also showed in that specific show a very nice design on the nails of Gillian, and it was a manly nail art with a little alien, so an extraterrestrial nail.
I'm going to start with the first color, which is Bang Blue. And I want to create a little smudge across the nail. So I make sure that on a brush wipe, I actually wipe most of it off. And then I lightly over the nail. Now I'm going to go to the next color, which is Go Green. You could make a combination of several colors, of very bright colors, or some darker colors. That's, of course, yourself what you like. I will now continue with the last color, Pineapple. You could also leave the design like this, for example, and this is him, shiny. Now I am going to cure the extreme matte well for 1.5 minutes. I'm going to take a design from the Vibing stamp plate, and I'm going to stamp it. I'm going to wrap the alien well wrapped with liner gel black. And then we place it in a rolling motion. onto the nail. Now I'm going to finish it off with a glossy top gel. This will make your colors come out even more forward. But this design is definitely very bold, even if you were to do a matte. Well, this is the final result. And this is a little more color, a little more challenge.
So this is also a way how you can decorate the nails of your husband, boyfriend or clients with a little bit of nail art, perhaps some words or just a full color black overlay. You're going to finish the nails using Extreme Matte Top Gel, which is of course another one of our bestseller products. So Chrisje, the floor is all yours.
Yes. First, before we're going to start with the matte top gel, shake the matte top gel really well. Matte top gel of Magnetic is really high quality. It stays matte for several weeks. You saw it on my husband's nails. It was 4 to 5 weeks, and the matte top gel is still matte. Sometimes when people use too much oil or work in a kitchen or something, you see that the matte is slightly going more to shiny. Then just use alcohol or prepamide and it is as new. But before we're going to use the matte top gel, let me show you. I'm going to remove the it's not a sticky layer on
The
gel polish, it's just a residue. But if you don't remove it, the residue will get into your matte top gel, and then afterwards, if you use matte top gel on light colors, you will see it. And also, the second advantage of it, now the nail polish is turning matte. And when you will see that if we're gonna apply the matte top gel, it will shine again, and then you are sure that you covered everything with the matte top gel.
Very smart.
So like this. Again, same steps like we did before many times now today. You see it's getting shiny, so...
Be careful because you're coming in with your head.
Oh, sorry. I wanted to crawl into the nails like I do in the salon. We nail techs will always go really close. So... like this, really soft, don't press. Natalia says it many times in her trainings to me, don't press, and relax. Now everything is shiny, that means that everything is covered with this top gel, and then we go into lamp. Make sure that you prepare your clients, because the matte top gel, it gives a little heat spike at the beginning, it goes really fast. But it's not painful or something. But some clients, when they have the matte top gel the first time, say, "Oh!" But it goes away really fast.
Okay, that
So
was
prepare them.
really. I don't think the husbands say that. Ooh! But I do know the feeling, though. I've had matte top gel on my nails as well. While you finish the last nail, because of course we want to wait for the end result until it's totally matte, I will take you into the homework for this challenge this week once more. Perform a manicure and do this on 5 nails. And capture a beautiful before and after photo. Finish, preferably with gel polish, and you've seen how easy it is to file down the color if your husband or model doesn't want to have colored nails. Make sure your photo is suitable for posting on social media, so it has to be an Insta-worthy photo of your manicuring service. So you can work with props, for instance, use an axe or use a screwdriver or use anything that's perhaps adding to the masculinity of the service. Well, of course, if you do this, 5 nails, a before and an after photo, Insta-worthy, you will need 2 weeks, or you have 2 weeks to create your homework, and the deadline is set on 11 o'clock in the morning on the 24th of April. Upload your homework using the link that you can find in the album Men-Icure. If anything needs improvement, Jessica will contact you and you will get another chance to participate. And do not forget to submit your step-by-step photos, but no more than 4 photos and 1 final photo showing all of your homework together. So, if you do this, you will receive your e-certificate. And as Gemma said already before in the comments, that's a prize in itself, because that way you can show the world that you are part of the Magnetic family and that you participate in the e-workshop and that you are constantly improving yourself with continuous education. However, you also have a chance, like this evening, our winners had a chance to win an amazing prize. And this time it's a coffee mug with a magnetic logo and with our tagline, loyal, loving, leading. Intense cuticle cream, 50 milliliters, the perfect companion to this manicuring surface and to the manicuring surfaces in your salon, because the intense cuticle cream is the must-have cream for soft or for dry and calloused areas. You will also get 2 e-manicuring bits, and that is, I believe, the flame bit and the buffing bit, and you will get even more. But Gillian, go back to the photo, because you get base and top and the extreme matte top gel together with the orange wood sticks that Chrisje used during her surface. So, a beautiful prize for beautiful homework and with the help of the beautiful men in your life. So, let me see if I have another... Magnifique says, a prize everybody can totally use. Absolutely agree with you. What was the tip if I work in the kitchen to get it matte again? To get it matte again, you can use some pure alcohol to clean it. That helps. Aren't you...
Yeah, even prep and wipe. Even prep and wipe can help, or alcohol. Just go over the nail. It will not damage the matte top coat. I did it before, so I promise you it will not damage, and it will make it totally matte again, like it's new.
Ghislaine is asking if she also needs to make nail art for this homework. She's taking it the next step.
Of course, I would really love it if your husband wants it. I tried it with my husband many times to convince him, because you saw already Jessica, her nail art. It was really beautiful also for men. But of course you can. Go for it.
Okay. Well, I see a file in your hand, but I thought we were done.
No, I always finish my treatments, men, women, long, short, with this beautiful 340 buffer file. I will show you on top. Yes, this one. Because it gives this extra clean look. I will show you how I do it. It goes really fast. Just place your file like this. Don't do it like this, because then you make the nail thick again. In this case, it will not thicken the nail because nothing is thick on it. But like if you do blush treatment or something, then it will not give you this slim result. So do it like this. Really go softly underneath. And some people say, yeah, but then you the product will lift, because you will separate the product of the natural nail. But this is a 340 file, and it will not separate, because it's not coarse, it's really soft, and it's just like this. Don't just...
You're just
softly.
holding it in a 45-degree angle,
Yes.
underneath the free edge of the natural nail, making sure that you file the hairline sharp and tight again.
Yeah, and also it gives you a little bit of room if the nails are not short before you start your treatment. It's okay, because then you have a little bit more space to really perfect your gel polish, and then afterwards you can slightly shorten it if your client wants to, because normally men want really short nails, because it's handy. Okay, let's go to the last one, the thumb, because I want to show you here. This is a really soft file, and we had this little... Sorry, yeah, here, and we can go gently, and now here it is more smooth and perfect. Then repeat, go underneath, go to the left, and voila, now it's done.
Perfect.
Sorry, I will remove the dust a bit, because then we can see. And now you will see, I want to show you also this, that matte top coat has no sticky residue or something,
Yeah.
but it has a little bit of, yeah, how do you say it, Pepijn? Residue, some
Yeah, a tiny bit.
tiny bit. And if you're bothered by that, because of course we want to see the total madness of this gel polish, just take a wipe, prep and wipe, and it's totally gone without damaging. And that's it.
Okay, well, perhaps we can position the hands using the side shot, because I love the side shot most.
Oh, Pepijn, can I show them before we start the 2 thumbs?
Yes, of course.
Then people can see the difference. So this is the trauma nail, and this is the, how do you say it, normal nail? Let's call it like that. So then you really see that this nail is a little bit special, and this is just the normal one. Okay, let's go to the picture, remove all the dust. Okay,
Ingeborg said it's very tightly done, Chrisje.
thank you.
So I will zoom out a little bit. This is side shot. Let me find my camera. Here it is. This I have, and then I go, of course, the wrong direction. No, haha.
Hey. Now I have to...
A big hand, so we need, and perhaps also the other hand, but then on the table surface.
Yeah, and here this a bit away. All right. Okay, normally after a client is done, you do the scrub, of course, and then the skin is again more soft, but now this is also good enough.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, beautiful. And you see, these are man nails. There's nothing feminine about these nails. He really has beautiful hands, beautiful nails, and it's also a beautiful husband, so that helps. But you are also a beautiful trainer, Chrisje. And I have to say, this was an amazing first e-workshop.
Yes, I really loved it. My hands are still a bit shaky of the nerves, but I really loved it. And thank you all for your support. And yeah, it was great. Maybe I want to do it again.
You are going to do it again, but I have to work on my planning to decide on when exactly. Thank you, Chrisje, for being here this evening. Is there something you want to say to the viewers at home? Just a final note?
No, I just want to say thank you all for your support. Thank you for watching. I really enjoyed it. I want a special thank for my lovely son. Now he needs to go to bed, but thank you all for watching. Thank you.
Yes, and I see a comment from you, Alexandra. I like the hand support. It's a very bad hand support because it's really not good, but it helps to make sure that the wrist stays in the same position for the top shot camera. But for nail work in the nail studio, it's really not a good hand support. That's why we don't have it in the assortment. But if we use the big XL arm support, then we get in problems sometimes with the camera. So that is the difference for that. Thank you, Chrisje, once more. Oh, Chrisje wants to say something more, Gillian.
Okay, I really hope I convince you all to try to convince your husbands or friends, neighbors, dads, sons to do the manicure, because it's e-manicure, because it's really, really fun. Also the gel polish, you will love it, you will see. And they will love it too, I promise you. So go for it.
So, thank you. Well, Richard and Kobe also said, well done, Chrisje. Hello, Kobe. For now, I want to thank you all for watching. I want to thank Chrisje, of course, for showing how you do the manicure. I want to thank her husband, Jan, for being the model here today. I want to thank Gillian behind the scenes for making all of this work. And once more, I want to thank you because you make every Wednesday evening just a total little party. And a special congratulations to Aida from Armenia, Laurence from France, and Ekaterina from Italy with winning the Deborah's Challenge. If in any case you need to contact me, feel free to do so. Use Facebook Messenger or send me an email at info@magneticnaildesign.com. info@magneticnaildesign.com. I believe we have a slide, here it is. So make a screenshot if you want information about how to become a trainer, how to become a distributor, or to find your local distributor. Don't hesitate to reach out and we will help you. Once more, thank all of you for watching. We'll go out with a bang and see you next week. See you at Nail Talk Live.